those fallen in the Ishtar sink on Venus? Story is they raided the prison of elders in the Reef, got an Archon Priest. The Queen's bounty is high, so we know it's powerful. We need to hunt this thing down before they fully restore its soul.
And Aura Codec.
Professionals.
Hey now.
I'm a rock star.
Maybe. Yet to be seen. Hello and welcome back to Destiny. It's
Hello.
us. It's us, the Chucklefucks. Also, this guy's my friend. He's a bit of a doofus. And yes, I do mean actual friend this time. So yeah, we're going to continue doing the two different perspective thing here.
It's been buried in the sand since the collapse. Now the Cabal
Ugg is continuing on to Mars, our final location.
Their exclusion zone.
For the main story?
For the main story, yep. We're
Holy shit.
We're so close now. We're so close.
And then we've just got all the expansion stuff.
Oh yeah.
And maybe the Crucible, I don't know.
Hello and welcome to Mars. Also, no, the Crucible is dead. Like, I tried.
Get your ass to Mars!
I tried recently to go into the Crucible with my buddy, and he and I had a lot of trouble finding a game. Destiny 2 has killed the Crucible. RIP.
Oh right, I was gonna say. I was actually gonna ask, like, have you noticed more people playing with the Destiny 2 being so close? But this is actually post.
Yep, this is
Both.
post. Yeah, this is post the console release.
Yeah, so the only people playing are going to be the people that can't afford Destiny 2 yet.
And or, like us, going to be playing the PC version.
What we're dealing with.
Yes, because the PC version releases, what, a month?
24th? Dating this video, 22 days from now. The 24th of October.
It's okay. Future generations use this video as an artifact of what we were excited for back in 2017.
So yeah,
Vex. What are they doing in
we so if you remember the Destiny 2 beta video we did, we have finally just now been introduced to the Cabal properly. Well, we will be shortly at the very least. They are the main enemy type of Mars. While meanwhile,
So here's a question: are we using another new unique weapon?
we are. This is another Year 1 exotic called Bad Juju. As you can see, it's a pulse rifle. I still don't like pulse rifles in the first game. But this one's okay. It looks pretty cool. I actually forget... Oh wait, no I don't. The main exotic ability of the Bad Juju is that with kills, it reloads instantly. So that's pretty cool. However, I have not unlocked it on this particular Bad Juju because I never used it at all, ever.
We show off everything in video games.
Well, I couldn't show it, so I explained it.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I am very bad at the throwing knife, in case you couldn't tell.
So we're playing the Hunter right now, right?
Yep, the Hunter's still on Venus, while Ugg moves on with the story. He's on Mars right now.
The woman is on Venus and the man is on Mars. What does that say?
They're inside. My advice? We avoid
Topical.
engagement until we understand them better.
So yeah, coming up shortly we'll actually be introduced to the Cabal. And honestly, I think they're my favorite enemy types in the first game. They aren't really gimmicky like the Vex are. They aren't over numerous like the Hive are. And the Fallen are just kind of there.
I feel we need more sort of heretic type people that are trying to summon up a deceased god or some shit like that, some sci-fi space stuff.
Funny you should mention. we might see something like that soon.
Interesting. You've piqued my interest, sir.
Access key? I don't need an access key. DOS is more complicated. Oh,
Huh?
I think I initiated a failsafe.
Good work,
How'd you
Ghost.
even know what DOS is?
Oh, Ghost. So yes, these are the Cabal.
Making dated references.
So these guys come in a few different flavors, as most enemies in the game do. The
I
main
like
enemy.
chocolate better.
I'm sorry.
I said I like chocolate better.
So the main infantry unit we'll be facing from the Cabal are the Legionaries. They aren't really anything special. They just kind of jump at you and shoot with their rocket boosts and guns and whatnot. And also here are the Phalanxes, which carry a huge fuck-off shield, and you have to shoot them in the arm in order to actually, you know, get anywhere.
So, I don't know the exact enemies in Halo, but it's basically like elites and the guys that are carrying the shields.
Hunters.
Hunters. Is that what they're called?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Kind of, but also at the same time, at least the Phalanxes aren't full of stupid amounts of health. They're really easy to take out once you get past the shield. And really
I thought
all
Hunters were as well. Aren't they the ones that carry the little blue shields that
Oh no,
you
those
can
are
eventually
jackals.
destroy?
Okay, those are
Jackals, okay. That's
thought
what
you
I'm
meant
thinking of.
I thought you meant the big guys with the shields.
No, no.
That makes more sense.
Barrow is accessible. Let's head toward the gate.
But yeah, dealing with Phalanxes is actually really easy. You just have to have a decently high impact weapon, shoot at their arms or their legs, whichever you can find a better opening for, and then go for the head as usual.
And back to Venus.
Back to Venus. Yep. I didn't mention, but this is the second strike on Venus. This is Winter's Run. And this is more or less a direct follow-up to the mission where we infiltrated that ship that you see off to the right there.
Alright.
And our, technically our mission handler, or at the very least the guy who did our opening briefing, that was Cade 6. Not particularly useful information, just something interesting to note.
We'll need to get
He's
through.
in
I'll
this
check it out.
in this mission. He's lacking his more jovial nature, which is what most people would really remember him for, taking King and Beyond, because he's kind of the goofball of the Vanguard.
Just give me some time.
Ah.
But in this mission, he's more reserved, less of a goofball.
I'm gonna guess that's the guy who's voiced by Nolan North?
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion. Ah, that guy.
Yeah, that
Is
guy.
Nolan North actually in this? Right, no, he's not. He's not until Destiny 2.
No, he's in
Ah.
this. He's the Ghost.
Is he? Really?
Yeah, he's post Dinkleblack Ghost.
Oh, right.
Yep.
For some reason, I thought Peter Dinklage took over for someone else. Wow. Don't come to me for information, because I don't know anything, apparently.
So I would have normally cut out that death. I would have probably cut back to Ugg or whatever, but I got revived so quickly that it didn't even matter. It's not even my friend. My friend is still way back at the beginning of the damn zone. But it's my
Not
other
even
ally.
doing a thing.
He's not
Just
even...
getting carried.
Alright, look, full disclosure. He's a bit of a... He's into medication.
Ah.
It's no big deal. He's an alright guy. So, yeah. This strike was updated after, what was it? After Taken King came out? For the higher level version. What we're doing now is the low level version. So it's still the same as it used to be. But in the higher level version, this encounter took way less time than the
Right.
new one. Which actually, it eases some of the complaints that people had about the strikes in their original form, in that they took a very, very long time, and bosses were bullet spongy. Now the boss is still a bit bullet spongy, but it's better.
Yeah, I think that was one of the major complaints, I would say, when we first started this LP oh so long ago, was that enemies are just bullet sponges, and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, well, Bungie has come a long way with Destiny since its first release, and it's really good to see how well they've supported the game.
Picking up fallen comms.
Bungie, a good AAA developer?
And working with Activision, no less. Also, I'm not sure if I've ever shown off the pikes, but I'm definitely not showing them off in this video. They're useless.
What a transition.
Right?
The Cabal appear to be at war with the Vex here.
So,
I barely noticed, except I mentioned it.
Let's check them out.
I did mention that the Cabal are the main enemies on Mars, but that doesn't mean they're the only enemy on Mars.
That's your call.
The Vex are also here.
Do they ever have interfaction mini-wars or anything? Like the
Yes.
Vex will fight the Cabals?
Yes, actually. You didn't see it there, because I guess one side had won that battle, and then the Vex kind of turned on me instead. But yeah, that was actually what the Ghost was just saying, is that the Vex and the Cabal were fighting.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and the Hive and the Fallen will fight on Earth as well. Also,
So what are they all fighting for, exactly?
their own specific reasons. Most just want the humans to die already.
That's a very weird thing to want.
Well, they aren't human themselves, so I guess it makes enough sense. Also, fuck that stupid rock right in its face.
I see the standard of gameplay people should expect hasn't improved since the first video.
Wow. Just wow.
That's a got him.
I'm gonna blame that one entirely on the fact that there was a rock there. Alright? I wasn't actually pressing to that side, but Ugg just really wanted to go gravitating to the right for no apparent reason, right into that rock face.
There's something that resonates about rocks with him.
Yeah,
It reminds him of a simpler time.
it reminds him of Halloween.
It reminds him of fire! Fire bad!
Ah. Also, just reloading everything. No real reason. Just wanted to have everything ready before I do this.
Oh, what could possibly happen?
Yeah,
Seeing that you're reloading all your weapons. Nothing.
probably
Surely.
nothing.
In charge and take their key.
So you may notice
So-
that the sparrow my hunter there is riding has a nice little green trail.
I sure did.
Yep, and that is actually a product of the weekend vendor called Xur, X-U-R. He sells things like exotic weapons and armor, and he also sells drive units for your sparrows that change the color of the boost trail. And I've had that one since basically the very beginning of the game, when I first started playing that particular sparrow, and I upgraded it with one of his boost trails.
I feel like you can't just ditch the other person. Oh no, there he is.
No, my friend has arrived, but the other person has lagged behind instead now.
Fantastic.
It's probably because the other guy took a pike, and as I've said, those things are fucking useless. They may have weaponry, but they are useless.
He got
This-
knocked down, so... A little thing was popping up saying revive.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, the question I wanted to ask was, did humanity really do anything to piss all these people off, or...
They found the Traveler.
Ah,
Yeah, all of these extra races that Destiny introduces, they really don't like the Traveler mainly.
Elders.
And since the Traveler found humanity and kind of started this symbiotic relationship where they protect each other now, these guys just really don't like us now. So I would say
I'd
the
say
main
that's fair enough.
yeah, the main objective for them is to wipe out the Traveler, but we're really in the way on that one.
So they got to get through us to get to the Traveler.
Yes. And this is another encounter that was cut really short by the updated version. And
Is it boss time?
no, not yet, actually.
Damn it.
But yeah, we're on the other side of that catch that we boarded a couple updates ago. And yeah, these guys apparently they went and fucked with the Awoken out in the Reef, and they stole somebody out of their prison. And now we've got to kill the thing they stole back from the prison.
Okay.
And in the meantime, before we can do that, we have all of these waves of enemies to kill, because why not?
Because otherwise, how is the big door going to open and the thing you have to kill going to get out?
Exactly.
Wait, who are these guys again?
These are the Fallen.
The Fallen. So the Fallen are on Venus and the Vex?
Yep. So the way it
Okay,
goes is the Fallen are on Earth, the Moon, and Venus. The Hive are on Earth and the Moon. The Vex are on Venus and Mars, and the Cabal are just on Mars.
Okay. Little outposts they've set for for themselves or something.
Yeah, pretty much. The Fallen are just fucking everywhere, though. They're literally like herpes. They're everywhere, and you can't get rid of them.
Nice. Get burned. Get owned, Fallen.
So, on UG here, I'm still using the Mida multi-tool, if you haven't noticed. I just really like it. It's a really good weapon.
Ooh, trophy.
Trophy, yep. So, I haven't gotten too many of those because I've been switching accounts to show off all the classes and whatnot. But basically, for killing an amount of enemies with headshots and whatnot, you get trophies. Also, see you later, nerd.
Nice. Dunked on.
Yeah.
No rocks around to destroy that one.
Also, I have no idea why these guys in particular chose to just spawn at this moment in time. But they're dead now.
Surprise. It's Ug's birthday.
So, we have been looking for the entrance to the Black Garden, and guess what?
I think I found it.
Yeah, that's it right there. Technically, it's actually active right now, because someone else just went through it. But that's not our objective for this mission. Also, pay no attention. There is absolutely nothing going on in front of us right now. Absolutely nothing.
Huh?
Yeah, no. None of this. None of this. It's just not happening.
None of this is canon.
No.
What is this, another race?
This is UG having a drug trip.
Ah. This is something that will be explained to me later. Not to you, Thread. You don't get to know.
I'm sure.
Unless you
all
played
of the-
this game.
I'm sure at least some of the thread know what's going on. But this is a story for another time.
Oh, ignore that text in the bottom left.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, I kind of got lost here. Which is a new experience for me. I've never gotten lost in this game, except for, like, maybe my first playthrough. But I was trying to follow the objective arrow on my rangefinder there. And, technically it led me to the correct spot, but not exactly how to get back up to it. Because I'm a smart man. Anyway, back on Venus. we're finally about to face the boss.
Boss time.
So, this guy is an Archon Priest, and not many of people will probably remember this, so I don't blame you if you don't, but in the very first update of this LP, in the very first mission of the game, we actually killed an Archon Priest already.
Did we?
We did. Okay, it was the second mission, technically. But yes, we have already killed one of these guys. This is another one entirely, though, so clearly he must have.
Yes. Obviously it's not the same one, that'd be silly.
So I've also switched off of the bad juju for this because high impact weapons are very, very good against this guy. And bad juju, being a pulse rifle, is not a very high impact weapon. But if I were to be, if I weren't using the limitations to avoid sniper rifles like the plague, I would be using one to non-stop just fucking wreck this guy through stun locks. Because
Fantastic.
a headshot with a sniper rifle will absolutely just cause him to stop everything and stumble about. In fact, it was a favored tactic for completing the Nightfall strike of this. And for explanation on that one, Nightfall is basically a very, very super powerful high-level version of the instance.
So basically your epic instances and stuff like that. Or elite, or whatever.
Well, okay, so what we're doing now is the lowest level instance version, or lowest level strike of this one. Now we can go one step higher and do a level 40 strike. That would correlate to, say, your heroic strike, or a heroic instance, or whatever. Now we can actually take that one step higher, and in today's World of Warcraft, at least, there's mythic dungeons now, and that's what Nightfall would correlate to.
Right. Gotcha.
But Nightfall strikes have more certain things about them. Also, look at this. Classic. So, quite obviously, I would hope, my intent was to pass through the shield, hit the Archon Priest with the rocket, and kill him. What ended up happening was I did not pass through the shield. Instead, my rocket splattered on it, and I died.
One more fallen Archon gone to dust. Good. But if the Fallen found the Prison of Elders, I'm sure we'll be hearing about more heists like this. Today, we celebrate.
And most commonly, there's going to be things like Void, Arc, or Solar Burn, which increases the amount of damage those specific damage types do. And most often, the burn that is on the instance will be the burn, or the damage in which the enemies are using, so it's very, very easy to die.
Have you felt the burn?
Oh dear. Also, hey, here's the crafting material on Mars. It's relic iron. We haven't actually encountered the ones for the Moon or Venus, I don't believe. But they're not entirely important for the LP's purposes, at least.
The Cabal managed to penetrate the Vex.
Unless you care about 100%ing. But who cares about that?
100%ing this game, are you kidding me? There's so much to do, and a lot of it doesn't have a clearly defined end.
Well, it's MMOs, right?
Yes.
I'm not sure they even understand what the gate is. But if we're going to wake the Gate Lord's eye and get into the Black Garden, looks like we're going to have to go through the Cabal.
Gate Lord.
Gate
Yeah.
Lord. But yes, Ugg used a level 25 Spark of Light, so he's still got some time. He's still got some growth